I was at the Indo-China border near Tawang in Arunachal Pradesh about a month ago. While traveling to Bumla Pass, we noticed that one of our mobile phones was showing the Chinese time, while my iPhone was still showing the Indian time. We were 2 kilometers from the LAC and there was no internet connectivity or cellular service over there. This incident is of certain cyber concern, and therefore I decided to do this video. To understand why this happened, we need to first understand how the GPS works. The GPS or the Global Positioning System does not need internet or cellular connectivity to operate. We are constantly surrounded by GPS signals from satellites orbiting the Earth. Therefore, your phone is tracked even when you are offline. There exists only one-way transmission from the satellite to the user in the GPS system. Therefore, you don't need a transmitter, you just need a receiver. These GPS receivers or GNSS receivers are embedded in your mobile phone. The various features of the GPS or the GNSS receiver is altitude and positioning receivers, heading receivers, differential GPS receivers, GIS receivers and data collection and mapping receivers, also smartphone antenna, survey receivers and OEM receiver board. These are all different receiver modules. The complexity in the modules of the GPS receivers is ideally so that the GPS receivers are able to receive signals from satellites irrespective of which constellation the satellite belongs to. However, there are certain GPS manufacturers that design these GPS receivers and program them so that they are only able to respond to one of the constellation satellites. Therefore, not all GPS receivers can receive signals from all different satellites from different constellations. Therefore, the type of signals you will be receiving in your mobile phone for your GPS navigation entirely depends on your GPS receiver manufacturer and the programming behind it. So whether it is the Chinese satellite sending you these signals, or it is a US satellite or Indian satellite, it entirely depends on the GPS receiver manufacturers. So in this case, the reason why the mobile phone showed the Chinese time was because the GNSS or the GPS receiver in that particular mobile phone took data from the Chinese satellite or maybe the Russian satellite when it was in the Indian border. Does this highlight any missing diplomatic effort? Well, it turns out that it is not only a diplomatic issue but also a security issue. The GNSS or the GPS systems can be spoofed to showing the wrong information. Also, since encryption and transmission of signal is not possible, the systems becomes risky and there are concerns of hacking involved. When I shared my research to one of the research scientists from Brazil, he laughed and told me that it is not because the receiver manufacturer was a Chinese company, but rather it is because the GLONASS and the Baidu satellites are much better and more accurate in the mountainous areas. If you know the answer or you're guessing an answer, please leave a comment on the comment section given below.